Hello, guys. Hi. Welcome, everyone, to the One Step Closer Lee's YouTube live podcast. Thank you very much for joining on this Saturday evening. I'm so happy that you're all here with us. I hope you're all having a great weekend. Last week, we started our first ever YouTube podcast live last Friday with Miss Mansala Subramaniam, which was very informative. We have got a lot of positive responses. Here we are with another live podcast with the founder of SAMO Kitchens, Abhinav Azad. So Abhinav is here with us to share his experience about his startup of SAMO. Abhinav is one of the youngest entrepreneurs I've knew with such a great idea and a successful business. On behalf of One Step Closer League, we welcome Abhinav for this exclusive session with us. Thank you very much, Abhinav. Before moving on to the session, people, we are having our first career building workshop held upon next week, 16th, 17th, and 18th of July. Please mark your calendars. We are having a career building 3-day career building workshop. This is such a suitable and apt workshop for all those freshers out there. You can all try to build up your career. If you are at the brink of starting a career, this is where you do that. So you all can join esteemed speakers across industries. Veteran leaders are coming and talking in this workshop. If you go to our YouTube channel, you can find the live, you can watch our video where the description is mentioned, the registration form. You can go there, click on the registration link, fill it out. If you have any doubts and queries, please go to our Instagram, LinkedIn, and Facebook channels where you can connect us. We'll resolve it as in that. So moving on to the today's topic, entrepreneurship with Abhinav Azad. I have here with me the sales and marketing contributor of One Step Closer League, Radha Krishna, who will be taking over the session today. Hi Radha, so you can take over the session. Abhinav is ready for you.
Hey Vivek. Hey everyone. Good evening. Hope you all are doing good. So, hey Abhinav, how are you doing?
Hello Radha, I'm very well. How are you?
I'm doing good too. So, let's start. Let's start with the questionnaires. So, Abhinav, first of all, why don't you brief us and our viewers about yourself as well as your organization, SAMO?
So, hello viewer, I'm Abhinav, and we uh, we all are actually from IHM Chennai. The year I joined in 2018, uh, the Chennai college, I saw a complete different, you can say complete different atmosphere, because I generally haven't seen this type of atmosphere regarding food and uh, like the willingness to move and go an extra mile for food. So Chennai gave me an opportunity that there are a lot of people who are working as an IT professionals, and their heads are mashed up day from morning to till evening, and they move to roads for tasty snacks or some food that could be available over there. And so I followed that, and I had like idea to do something, and I already had some plans for this. So the already made system was there, and therefore it came as in SAMO, which was intended to provide a kiosk chain, grab and go. You are moving, you just stand there, get your food, and keep moving. You don't have to wait for a single minute there. And that was the whole unique idea, no waiting time. So this was all about SAMO when it started. Yeah, Radha.
Wow, that's really great to know about you and the organization SAMO. So now moving ahead to the actual important part of our discussion. So Abhinav, when we talk about entrepreneurs or entrepreneurship, what was
Yeah.
your major source of motivation which helped you with while starting SAMO? Because I believe you were 18, as you said, when you joined IHM Chennai, and at that age, many of our youngsters they focus on their college life and their studies rather than planning and thinking about businesses and starting it as a whole. So, what was your take on it?
So there was two basic reason behind it. One was that I felt the obligation to service to motherland at very early age. As our family is more of involved in social services, I have seen people suffering. They are capable, they are eligible, but yet they are not holding any jobs. And job scarcity in India made a huge havoc in my mind that how can I solve it, and I had to do it as early as possible. So, as we know, we are the youngest country in the world, yet we are not making so much of revenue, or our economy is suffering a lot. So, the first thing was that I will be able to contribute to economy. Yeah, it's not so huge, but at least say very very small percentage, but that will be a good thing for me. And then secondly, I saw this opportunity over here. So if I plan to do that after 3 years, it will be a good thing for me. So why not right now? So these were the two reasons I started that.
Wow, that's really interesting and moving. With such motivation and idea for starting an entrepreneurship or a business, that's really great. Now, I had a question from my side. What was the idea about the name Samo? What came into your mind while making or taking out this name Samo? What was it?
So first thing, as I have learned as an 18-year boy, that name should be catchy. It should not be something like a huge or long name, so that people cannot just imagine, or with the name they should get some idea, some visualization should be there. So I thought, why not name it as Samo. SA standard for samosa, and MO standard for momo. So combinedly, we will be having a name that can go international. And our street food, especially samosas, are literally tasty. But like we see pizza coming from whole long way to India, but our samosas are not reaching that way. So this was one of the intention, and maybe in future we will see that happening. Yeah.
Wow, really an interesting name, Samosa and Momos. That's very creative of you. To be honest, like I would like to accept that. And rather than so, let's move on.
Yeah.
We all know that this pandemic time it did affect many of the organization and businesses, and even it did give us all of us a hard time, very hard time. So, what was it about your organization? How did your organization go through or perform during this pandemic time?
So before I started Samo, I had no idea that this type of situation will be coming. Yeah, there came a lot of unseen or unknown situations when climate was also one factor that was affecting our business. Even rain was affecting my business, but this was one of the huge thing ever seen, and not for me only. The whole world suffered with that. Yet I somehow managed to not go in some sort of losses. We managed to just resume, or just pause our business for a while, but we did manage well. And I'm happy. I've learned something.
Great.
That's how we did.
Great.
Yeah.
Actually, this pandemic time did teach all of us, and we did learn a lot during this pandemic time. So, yep. Now, at last, now moving on to the last question of my questionnaire. So, Abhinav, you are one of those people who went and started your whole business, or I would say your whole entrepreneurship project, into a whole different state, among a different city, among different people whose language and culture you're not very aware of, I would say, or you would not
Yeah.
have much idea about. So, how did you cope up with all those challenges and the other challenges which you faced while commencing or starting off your business phase?
So this is really a huge learning course. The time which was like before I started Samo, that was the time when I had to work a lot. The period of research and development. So at that time, a lot of problem was there, a lot of hurdles to be sorted so that I can come onto the streets. Now the first thing was language. Yeah, Chennai is a metropolitan city. People know English, yet there are people with whom I have to handle in the local language, as in meat supplier, as in the house owner, or as in a lot of people are there who doesn't know English, a single word. So for that also, I had to learn little bit of Tamil, and I did that. I was also worried about how to procure the investment, and Chennai gave me that. Metropolitan cities has a lot of solutions for you. If you search, there are a lot of ways. If you want to make a huge money in a shorter time, you can do that, and that happened with me as well. I started taking home tuitions. That was the mm, main source of investment. As in, I joined IHM Chennai in July. As of August, I started taking home tuitions, and it went on going till the next January 2019. Till then, I have procured at almost 2.5 lakhs from the home tuitions only, and that's how SAMO started. So
Wow, actually, that is quite moving because not all of us, or not many of us, are aware about these ideas. And talking about your experience and about this idea, I think that might have given people or our viewers about ideas about how to start their own businesses. This might be a way. So yeah. So Abhinav, that's all about my questionnaire. Now, from now on, Vivek will take on the session. So over to you, Vivek.
Thank you very much, Radha and Abhinav. I have to really say, when I started One Step Closerly with my friends, I was 22, right? I was 22, and when people tell me, Vivek, you're so young and you started this initiative, and when I compare to you, see, I compare is not the exact word I'm looking for. When I look at you, you're much more of an inspiration too. Seriously, I really didn't expect, from 18 home tuition and then putting that an investment. This is a clear cut plan, the clear cut plan which one would take. So I'm like really happy. Abhinav, I have like two more, couple of questions, like couple of doubts from my side. See, whenever the point, even when you're studying or after having completed your graduation, when you start up with a business at a very young age, the first thing you need to know is there going to be a support from the people around you? The people around you, I mean, not the target customers, your family, friends, and relatives. That is a three triangle I tried. Because at one point or the other, we would require some amount of marketing or investment or something like that. The maximum is the moral support. So when it comes to you from your family side and your relative side, how good was their moral support and their their stand on it?
I got to think about this. Can I have a second to think? Actually, family and all, they were literally not expecting that I will be joining the college for the first year, and I had some stupid idea to start some cart kind of thing over the road, that too selling momos and samosas. So yeah, I had to convince them, but once they got this confidence that I'm building up, this is the time I will be learning. If it gets too late, I don't think there will be a mm, edge over the industry. If I need some extra thing from my life, then I will have to do some extra effort. And people understood after a while. For 1 month, they thought that this is some crazy idea, like he bought the guitar and didn't learn at all. So he'll do the same with this. He'll start and close up. But when they saw that he is resistant and he is consistent with his work, then they also came over and supported me. So that's how it went. And about friends as well, about college faculties, other people, they all saw something different, and they came ahead. So you need not worry that how will you proceed. If you have a huge purpose, it will definitely manifest. That's what I'll say.
Great, Abhinav. So one last question before going on to the question, I really have to say to my viewers, when I was in my third year in my college, that is when exactly Abhinav started the business. I still remember from when going on to college to to my walk to the railway station. Every day, at least almost every day, he used to burn my pocket. Like I used to go there, stand there because I can't resist because the steam would come and the momos ka smell will come, and I'm like, no, I can't resist this. That is how Samo momos were really great, and will you believe that that was one of the secret for your success? So the last question, Abhinav. So there are a lot of young entrepreneurs. Even the last podcast I asked this, there are a lot of entrepreneurs who start their companies, but due to some reason, lack of support, investment, or ideas, they tend to stop that. They tend to drop that idea. They try to quit it, right? Even that's for very young entrepreneurs, unless they have a plan. What is your take? What should they have in their mind before launching the business so that they can stay in the business for a while?
Uh, very first thing is the purpose. If the purpose is completely embedded inside you, you are not going to stop. And if you are getting carried away, just watch the Steve Jobs movie or some founder movie. You got carried away, you made a plan, and that just settled. But if you had a greater purpose, and then I don't think you will be unstoppable. Nobody can stop you. No how, no situation will stop you. Like, I was not expecting, I can't reason what I did. It wasn't like I was confident on that I will be able to do it. But somehow I started and kept going on. That was the whole idea. I did a lot of mistakes. I learned a lot from that business, and then now I'm better than that. I can see the difference that I'm not the same Abhinav I was earlier when I was in first year in 2018. So this is this is how you are going to go. You need a greater purpose, and that will definitely drive you from rags to riches, or whatever your purpose or dream is.
Great, great. That's very great to know, Abhinav. It's been an immense pleasure to have you on because when the moments my friend Sanal referred me that is a great idea to talk, because understand, when veteran people, when seasoned experts in an industry start a business, they have enough amount of experience, knowledge, finance, and everything to do that. But when you are a testimony, when people like us start the business at a very young age, we do face a lot of challenges and we do learn a lot. Trust me, in my part, I can completely accept a lot of learning is there. You become more responsible and mature at a point. So it's been an immense pleasure, Abhinav. Thank you for taking your time. I know your exams are going on. Thank you very much for taking your time with us. So it's been a pleasure for all of us, Abhinav.
Thanks a lot. It was my privilege as well.
Thank you. Thanks a lot, Abhinav. So, for all the viewers watching this, thank you very much for catching us on live. I know some of you will be watching us once we done the recording the session. I really hope this session is as essential, effective for all those young entrepreneurs out there. Before signing off for today, I once again want to remind you guys that we are launching our career building workshop on 16th to 18th of July. This is extremely useful for all those young aspirants out there who want to start their career. Like how we talk about entrepreneurship today, we also have a topic called entrepreneurship and networking, which is the key factor that has to be discussed today in that workshop as well. If you go to our YouTube channel, there's a career building workshop video there. In the description, you can find the link for it, or go to any of our social media channels like LinkedIn, Facebook, and Instagram, where you can find One Step Closer League, and you can go and reach us out there for a real application. I sincerely hope to see you all next week. Until next week, stay home and stay safe. Thank you and have a great weekend.